Hey crafty people, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here, I'm Sarah, also known as Craft Nerd because I'm a nerd who loves to craft. I do paper crafting, card making, junk journaling, and mixed media art. Let's get crafting! Welcome back. It is time for another Mass Make Monday, and in case you're new to my channel, what I do is I set a timer for 45 minutes and I try to see how many things I can create in that time. And continuing on the theme from the last two Mass Make Mondays, we're going to try and use up stuff from my desk. And again, I've got some items that were on my desk, and this time around we are gonna work on doing some journaling cards. So that's the plan for today. May need to grab some non-stuff on my desk things, but we shall see, or back the cards after we're done, because yeah, some of them definitely are going to need backing. So let's get started. I'll start my timer. This didn't work for a project that I was doing. This was one I didn't get to finish from a previous project. These were the ones I did for the technique with the distressed shapes that just never got finished. This was another project reject. This was just an inky background I was playing with. This is some collage paper on book page, and this is washi tape on book page. This I got as from a swap, I think, or Happy Mail. These are some this was a background that's been sitting in my stash forever. This is a card base. I think these might have been in a use it or lose it bin, and I just left them out. And then some backgrounds and a whole bunch of stuff. All right, let's start with this one. I think I may have done this on a video. Possibly, maybe, I don't know. But let's start with this guy and see what we've got. The problem is I'm starting to get to the dregs of what's on my desk for decorating wise, so we may be delving into non-desk items for that. Let's see, maybe we can use some of these keys that were done on one of my other videos. I'm just not quite finding the right piece to go put them with, and I don't think this is it either. So they're going to continue to sit on my desk. Let's see, what else do I have over here? So yeah, this is the problem. I've used up a lot of the decorative bits that are on my desk, making it tough to find things to decorate with, but I just got all sorts of random stuff. All right, what's this? I'm looking in my bin of bigger scraps. I wonder if I would like that key better if I put it on something else to give it like a background, or the keyhole. I'd like it better, but that's not working for me. You know, I like it better on something because it definitely needs something to make it stand out on here, but that's too wide. Let's see, do I have a scrap that will fit better? Oh, I have a feeling this is going to be a very unfocused video. Apologies. Wonder if we can create a cluster using this and then putting on here. I'm thinking I may grab brads to attach that to this. Let me do that. Talk amongst yourselves. Just digging behind here. Oh, this is definitely not the most focused of Fridays. Okay, sorry about that. I am back. All right, I am gonna glue it on so that it stays in place. Yes, no? No, because I want to see how it looks, because I might not like it. So what I'm gonna do is mark where I need to put my holes for my little brads. Punch my little holes. Hopefully they'll fit. I have another 1/8 hole punch that would work better for this, just because it's a little hard to see sometimes. Oh, there we are. Where I need to punch. It's like, gotta line it up. A little bit of a game of Marco Polo. I'm getting warmer. Where is it? Come on. Where's that one? There we go. That was painful. So let's grab out the brads I want to use. Hopefully we'll get more than one done today, but at the pace I'm going, I think we might be lucky to get one done. All right, let's make sure those guys all match. Because these guys are tiny screw head ones. That one's a different type of... All right, those four all match. We're gonna attach this. I promise this is the last Mass Make Monday where we're scrounging around with stuff on my desk, but I did want to just move stuff out of the to-do like piles that I keep on my desk and try and clear some stuff out. And so that's what we've been doing, and now I'm at a point where I've got most of that stuff done, and so I will be happy with where things on my desk are. I don't have a ton of, and I completely missed the hole that was supposed to be punched there. All right, let's see if I can poke a hole with my pokey tool here. Ow, yes. I can poke a hole and stab my finger all at the same time. So how's everybody doing? I'm filming this during my lunch hour on a Friday, and I'm very glad the weekend's coming up. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's been anything exciting going on. My dad insisted on mowing my lawn, because my lawn care service on Monday, because he had me order him a new lawnmower from Amazon, because his had pretty much died. Let's see, I'm just scrounging around trying to find something else to go on here with this, and I think this is going to get trimmed down, but it needs more stuff, and I'm just trying to find something on my desk to work with that. And I may have to resort to pulling out my bits and bobs, because I don't think I've got anything here that's gonna work with this. Oh wait, let's open up our little thing with miscellaneous stuff in it. Let's see if we've got anything good in here. Oh, we got a light bulb. All right, definitely need to trim this down, and let's go ahead and use, I've got my guillotine trimmer out on my desk, and that'll make for straighter cuts. So let's do that and have a bit of a think. Yeah, my brain is so not on target right now, which is not good. So apologies that this is probably going to be a not very mass make and a not very focused mass make. All right, so I do like that. It needs more. I could get behind that, and then it definitely is going to need one of the keys on there. Think I like that? Let's ink it so we can decide if we actually like it or not. Grab just a scratch piece of paper and let's go scorched timber. See if we can find the right drawer. I'm grabbing Distress Oxide and a brush. And we're gonna do this. And so, as I was saying, he had me order him a new lawnmower on Amazon. That needs to be darker. So I think I'm gonna grab the Distress ink version of scorched timber, which will get me darker. And it arrived, I think, on Sunday evening. So he decided, since he had it delivered to my house so that he could mow my lawn, because my lawn guys dumped me back in March and I have yet to find new lawn guys. And my lawn was, ooh, about up to my knee. So yeah, he was insistent, and I love my dad, but once he makes up his mind, you cannot convince him otherwise. There was no way I was talking him out of that. He was like, it needs to be done. Like, okay, Dad. All right. I am not loving this framing out, but I think I will like it if I trim it around. So I'm just kind of rough fussy cutting around it. It doesn't need to be perfect. Oh, I'm like, what am I hitting? Why can't I cut this? It's because I've hit the feet of the brad. So I'm just gonna turn them so that they're out of the way. And again, turn them so that they're out of the way. And I mean, am I even on screen? Oh, I have a feeling when I sit down and start watching this to edit, I'm gonna be like, what were you thinking, girl? This is a mess. So apologies, but yeah. My brain has been all over the place on thoughts of crafting projects that I want to get done this weekend, and I've got to do some yard work because my backyard is getting so overgrown I can't tell where my dog is in the yard, or if he's in the yard even. All right, so I think that, but I want to darken that a little. Oh, yeah, this was a bad one to choose to start with. Okay, so we've got that, our key. It needs a label for sure, and I'm gonna dig into my non-craft desk stuff for that. Let's see what we've got in here that's gonna work. I have a feeling we're gonna be adding a couple labels to this. I feel like something like that across the bottom. Put something else going up and down. Let's see how we like those. That with that, Put it down there. Like so, but let's do that. Yep, I think that works. Let's ink edges. So yeah, he came by and used his new battery-powered lawnmower to mow my lawn on Monday. And wow, that took us 15 minutes. This is just, I think this is gonna have a worse number of results than last Mass Make Monday, which I think we only got 3-4 pieces done. I think I'm going to snip these so that it's less rectangular. And it only took him about a half hour, despite how overgrown it was. So my yard is no longer in danger of, you know, having small children get lost in it. But I definitely need to find a new lawn care company to mow my lawn, because I am not a fan of mowing my lawn because it's Florida and it's hot most of the time. Although, one of my big problems, like when my ex-husband and I bought our first house, I think before we got a lawn care company, we'd gotten a lawnmower, and I tried mowing the lawn and I could never get the dang thing to start. I always had issues with that. And with the, you know, I like wrenched my shoulder one time with the pull cord trying to get the dang thing to start. But with the battery-powered lawnmower, all you do is press a button. And it starts right up. So part of me is like, maybe I should just get a lawnmower and not bother with a lawn care company. And then the other part of me thinks, but you hate doing yard work and would much rather be crafting than out in the yard mowing. So yeah, I'm still debating that thought process, because part of me is like, you know, I only have to do it maybe once a month, and all right, that one's done. Given the prices, because I was pricing out new lawn care service, and they're significantly more expensive than the people who dumped me were. All right, let's see what I've got over here. I've got some Christmas stuff. I know I've got some die cuts that I'm thinking I may want to use here. And yes, I'm knocking stuff off all over the place. These guys, I want to use those guys, but I think they're gonna need something else with them. Just looking to see what's in here. All right, I want to use, these are little white poinsettias. So I could do that. White berries. I don't have any leaves. That, and then one like that. There are the white berries. Toss those in there. That's now empty. Yay! But it definitely needs something to go with it. Like, I'm not just gonna randomly just stick those guys on there. So what do I need? I need a label, I think. Not sure if I've got any blue Christmas labels. Let's see what we've got label-wise. Oh, I do have a few from Junk Journal Studio. Something like that, with the poinsettias around it. Just make sure there's nothing else I might want to add on here. These are all very Christmas colored words. Oh yeah, this video is gonna be just all over the place, and I'm gonna have a big old honkin' mess to clean up afterwards for sure. Just checking to see if I've got any other bits I want to add, because I feel like it may need just a little something else. I think I saw something over here. No, that's not. Take that out, and that's by Ginger Journals. There's one other thing I saw that might be a possibility. This, I believe, is Rach and Bella Crafts. That might be a contender. Let's just see. I'm also gonna grab some flat back pearls for the center of our flowers, and let's assemble the flowers so they're ready to go and can be moved around as needed. So let's put a drop of glue, offset the petals, so I'm gonna do one where we've got the big flower and the little flower. And then the two little ones. So yeah, I have not made a final decision lawn care wise. I keep going back and forth. It's one of those things, it sounds like a good idea to mow my own lawn until I have to actually do the mowing of my own lawn, and then I'm very not happy with myself for having made that decision. Let's do a cluster of flowers right there. And actually, as I'm doing this and looking at it, I'm thinking that that's going to be enough. I'm going to use a little blue on the edges of this, just in case there's white showing from where I cut it out. And I'm looking outside. My dog is like passed out on my screened-in porch. He is such a Florida dog. Like, he will go out there and just lay out there, and I'm like, dog, it's hot. Don't you want to come in? And he's like, no, I just like it out here. So, whereas my other dog is asleep on the couch, or love seat, rather, quite contentedly being inside. And I've rethought my whole flat back pearls because this is going to be a journaling card, and that's going to create like a lumpy spot if you are journaling on the back of this. So what I may do is grab some liquid pearls and do a dot of that in the center so that it has a little bit for the center interest and doesn't create as much of a bulky lump as it would if I did a dimensional pearl. So that, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move these off the table. And since we've got blues going on, I'm grabbing ocean blue, and I'm just gonna put a little bit in the center there, there, and there. And I think we're gonna call this one done. I'm gonna set it aside somewhere where I'm not going to mess up the pearls on there, and we are gonna need to back this. And I'm looking up here and I'm noticing that there's smoosh on here that I probably should have done it the other way around so I could have covered that. All right, that's getting set aside. What else do we got? Those I'm gonna need to put away. Okay, let's see. Let's grab, I think I was planning on sticking this on there, but it doesn't show up very well, so that's going to be a no on that. Let's see if we've got anything else we like it to go on. Mixing up our shapes. Nope, not loving that. Maybe on this one. Nope, not loving that. Maybe on here. This I used, I think, while I was gel printing, and I did have 2 of them, so I had one that I used the other day. I think the problem is it's just not the right color, and it's got paint on it, which is going to make it rather difficult. So maybe on here, maybe on this side. Nope, that's not working either. I was kind of hoping to use that up, and nothing I'm pulling out does it work with. So it's not going to work on here either. Nope. Okay. But let's go ahead and use this. I think this was a cleanup page from another project, and I'm definitely going to have to dip into other stuff I have for it. Right? Do we like this on here? It's like a starting point for the decoration. I actually kind of like that, maybe, possibly. Jury's still out on that one. We'll leave it sitting there for a second while we contemplate other stuff that we can use. Definitely gonna dip into my steampunk fuzzy cuts for this one. I like that. It needs a couple more elements on there, but that's a definite. I think I kind of want to do maybe half of that. And then a label going down there. This is Fabby Art Studios. This is My Porch Prints. Let's cut it in half, and I'm gonna use my guillotine to do that, so that I cut it straight. Before I go hunting out a label, let's see if I put that there, this here, does this work down here? And no, I need something else. That's it, guys. All right. I want something with some color. No, that's not it. I think I'm gonna pull out my stamped bits and bobs, because none of the digital ones are quite what I want. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get out of my chair when I'm done, because I'm just stacking stuff up on the floor behind me. Sorry for bumping you. Yeah, I'm very quiet today because I don't know. I don't have much going on to chat about, and I'm feeling very unfocused right now, which happens sometimes. All right, I'm just using my paper trimmer because I think I'll probably get straighter cuts. use one of these, but we're gonna ink on top of it because it is definitely not working in this color. And let's do antique linen. Where's my antique linen brush? Oh, there's my antique linen brush right in front of my face. Yeah, if you watch my craft room tour video where my room was all nice and neat and everything was put away and in its place and it just looked great, I was really enjoying that. It's now a mess behind my desk. I knew it wasn't gonna last long, but I was hoping it was gonna last a little bit longer than it did. So yeah, I may need to do a bit of a cleanup later on today, just because it was looking so pretty in the room with it nice and clean and all that goodness of having, you know, everything put in its proper place and being away, and now it's just a mess again. All right, and I am going to add some on here. And we've got a little over 13 minutes left, so we might be able to get one more done at least, maybe two, although that might be being overly ambitious. All right, let's do that. Let's grab a dauber and our scorched timber and ink the edges of those things. Let's get our placement again. This is gonna go pretty much at the top there, and this will go like so, and then this can go here, and so we can still see the clocks on the back there. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's finish inking this up and start gluing stuff down. And I am going to ink around the edges of this one, like the base. And as part of my cleanup, I'm also going to go through the bits that are left on my desk and make some decisions as to whether or not they need to get pitched or find a permanent home, or what I need to do with them, because I would like to clear this stuff off and not have things like sitting around forever and ever and ever waiting to get used. I'm trying to be better about not doing that and having stuff just linger on my desk. Because yeah, it's really easy to get overwhelmed with stuff if you've got a ton of things left over from projects that sit on your desk and are waiting to get used, and you never use them because they're never quite right. So that's what I'm trying to do with this, is not have that happen. And I so should have inked the edges of that and forgot to do that. Too late now. Let's go around these edges. So that one's done. And I'm sitting here looking at this light bulb and this thing and thinking they just need to go together, and it needs a label, and I may set that aside for use somewhere else at some point, but yeah, that needs to happen. Because I think something like this. All right, so we're gonna make this a little bit, and then I'm gonna find a base that it works on. And actually, one of the bases we have out might work. So we might be able to give this a proper home. And as I'm doing this, I'm thinking it needs a little bit of Uncharted Mariner on top. I'm gonna grab a scratch piece of paper and do this so that I'm just adding a little tinge of blue to it. Yeah, I like that. This is gonna go on like so. Ooh, and it needs more gluing down because this was a cutout from another project. And clearly I did not get it glued down all the way to the edges. I'm gonna ink these edges. I'm thinking that brown background would work really nice, but I also think it needs some stamping on it. Thinking that, but I think the background needs more, so I am gonna grab some stamps real quick, and we're gonna do some just messy, quick stamping on this to add some more interest to that background. And I think I'm gonna grab Uncharted Mariner for that. I'm gonna grabbing this stamp, and that's from Warehouse District CMS 124. Gonna put it on a block just to make it a little easier to handle. I'm going to ink it up. I am going to turn to the side and lightly spritz it with water to get it even grungier in how it applies, so that my stamping is damp. And we're just gonna go like so, and stamp it over here like so, and then like so. And that is too, it needs to be broken up. I need something else in here. Actually, what I may do is grab my water. I'm turning off to the side just so I don't get my desk all wet. I'm misting with some water, and I'm gonna grab a cloth and do that so that I can lift some of that ink back up and hopefully dull it down a little bit. I do that there. Yeah, I don't like how straight line that is. Let's grab some of this is piano roll. And I'm going to stamp that. And I'm just going to grab the script stamp from Entomology, which is CMS 328. Grab a little scorched timber. Try and flatten that out as best I can. Yeah, I like that better. That's gonna go like that and like that. It needs inking, and I'm gonna be very careful in my inking. Let's just grab this brush, and we're just gonna come around, and there's not a lot of ink on here. Let's check that out. Yes, that is better. That will go there, and it definitely needs something going down there and across. These are the Tim Holtz label dies that, you know, you can ink and then it adds the color in. I'm trying to see. Let's see. 'Cause I want something like that sized, but not that color. And so we shall grab that. All right, so we're gonna get one more done. And I really need to like pull out at some point in the near future my steampunk journals, because I think I may be, with all the steampunk stuff I've been doing lately, getting to the point where I've got way more steampunky stuff to go into steampunk journals than I've got steampunk journals. So let's ink the edges. And I'm doing a heavy-handed inking of the edges just to add a bit more color on there. All right, so that's gonna go. Let's put this piece down first. I'm eventually gonna need to check my dog because I don't, oh nope, he just moved to a different location on the screen and porch. I'm like, where is he? So yeah, he's just chilling out on the screen and porch. He's very much a Florida dog. He just likes being out there, even in this heat. That will go there, and this goes here, and that that needs more color. Like that's just like coming out as pale blue, not happiness. I feel like it also needs maybe a little salvage patina tossed in. See, let's do that in Distress Oxide. Because I put the Uncharted Mariner down first, I'm going with the Distress Oxide because it's got pigment to it, so it will hopefully have some oomph. And now the word is very faded, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna spritz it and lift a bit of that ink, and I'm gonna spritz, and actually no, not gonna spritz, we're gonna grab this and find some water. I had a cup that I could put, you know what, we can use this little cup. We're gonna put a little water in here. And what I'm gonna do is, oh yeah, I like that. Okay, let me move that somewhere where I'm not gonna dump it. That's working great. I almost kind of want to do some, all right, we're at like 7 seconds, so I'm just gonna stop that. I want a little scorched timber droplets on there. So I'm gonna grab the Scorched Timber Distress Oxide, put it on a block, add a little water to my brush and to the oxide, and do a few of those. More water because I want all right, that works. So let's just glue this together and we will be done. And then I'm gonna have to clean up a little bit before I can show you what we did, because this desk is just catastrophe city right now. All right, so let's put that down. And this down. And I may need to come in and glue some of this piece down a little bit better. All right, so that one's done. So give me a sec to do a bit of a cleanup, and then I can show you what we did. Okay, so I cleared off some space on my desk, and I ended up spritzing the block and smooshing it onto here to clean off the leftover ink on the block. So I did that off camera, so I just thought I'd tell you that. So we've got this one done. We got this one done, and I am gonna back all of these with some coffee dyed paper to make them. This one probably doesn't need it, but this guy definitely does, and that one probably does. Some coffee dyed paper. Got that one done. And we got this one done. So 4. But that's 4 less things on my desk, so I'm happy with that. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please do all the things that lets YouTube know you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment down below. Thanks for joining me, and happy crafting.